All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Jernigan, and this is the Main Event Wrestling Podcast, part of the Press Play Podcast Network. We are part of the Press Play Podcast family. Look us up on PressPlayPodcast.com, or you can find us on Twitter at Press Play Podcast, or you can find this show on Twitter at Main Event Pod. Main Event Pod. My name is Michael Jernigan, and I am joined by my main man, my tag team partner, as always, the one and the only, Mr. Patterson, the icon. What's happening?
What's going on, Jern? Man, we've had a couple weeks where we just sat around and chilled, getting ready for some. You got all your Christmas shopping done?
Getting close. I got to get a bow and arrow.
A bow and arrow.
I got a 5-year-old son.
Okay.
My man wants a bow and arrow.
Are you for real?
Yeah, so I'm going to find like a little Nerf bow and arrow or something.
Nice.
I got to find him a bow and arrow, but getting close. All right. Yeah.
I just picked my last one up today. My son's a big disc golfer, so I had to get him a storage bag. So got it done, and we're completely done. So it is getting ready to be Christmas time, one of my favorite times of the year.
Yep.
I'm very excited. But today, we talk wrestling.
Yes, sir. We will get to some Christmas gifts later in the show. We have maybe today, instead of doing main event, mid-card, and dark match, today we are giving out Christmas presents.
Absolutely.
We've got some WWE superstars. We got some AEW superstars that we are going to be giving Christmas presents to, but that's for later in the show. We will get there, my man. We will get there. Last time we were together, we talked about me and my family getting ready to go to Disney.
Yeah.
We went to Orlando, went by the Hulk Hogan store.
Nice.
I talked to my main man, Tim, that works in there, he's training. He's training for wrestling. He trains with Devon Dudley at Devon School in Orlando.
Okay.
And so shout out Tim. I told him about the show. Tim, if you're listening, get on TV, my man. We'll be looking for you.
But while you were there,
yes,
did you happen to go to Star Wars while you were at Disney World?
Star Wars is at
Universal
Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
We went to Hollywood Studios. They have a huge Toy Story land.
Right.
That was one of our favorite spots because my son's a Toy Story man. Star Wars section was over on the other side of the park. And no, we did not go over there.
Because tonight, 8 o'clock, center row, Mr. Patterson will be at the Star Wars opening tonight. I'm a Star Wars guy, man.
They got a movie coming out
today?
Yes,
sir. It comes out today.
Never heard of it.
Are you kidding me?
What's the name of it?
Rise of the Skywalkers. Do you have you watched any of the Star Wars?
No.
You don't watch The Mandalorian?
No.
Like me and my man Will were tweeting
I saw it. Yep.
about you don't watch any of this?
No.
Where have you been?
I have seen a grand total of 0 minutes worth of Star Wars.
Are you for real?
Entertainment. Yeah.
Why?
I didn't watch it growing up, and
watch it now.
I don't care nothing about watching it.
TJ would love Baby Yoda.
I don't care nothing.
He would love The Mandalorian.
I don't.
Look,
not
man.
my thing.
Episode 7 kind of left you in a little tailspin. There's only 8 episodes in the first season. Man, this is season ending coming up next week, and we got to get you on board, man.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Killing me.
I feel like with the movies, I'm too far behind now.
That's why you have Disney Plus.
No, I don't.
Would you like my account?
No.
It has all the Marvel movies.
If the wrong person hears this, you're going to get arrested.
Look.
They're coming to find you.
Well, come on. Asheville, North Carolina.
I am more of a Stranger Things fan. I love Stranger Things on Netflix.
I'm okay with that.
I like Stranger Things. No, I don't know anything about Star Wars, Star Trek. I know the guy that dresses in all black, he's somebody's father.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, he's somebody.
He's actually dead now.
Oh, okay. Well, by
now,
God.
now
you just ruined it. Ain't no reason for me to watch it no more.
Kylo Ren is the bad guy now.
Oh, is Darth Vader a bad guy?
Darth Vader is a bad guy.
Okay, so he's a heel.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pull for the guy, man, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know anything about it. Who's the girl that was on there?
Rhea?
No, she's Princess something.
Princess Leia.
Okay, yep.
Now the other one is Rey.
Oh, so they don't have all these old people are in the first few movies.
Right,
they
yeah.
gone?
Now this is the second generation of
I didn't think these people could die. How's Darth Vader die?
Because he's a regular person, dude.
I thought they were supposed to be like aliens or something.
These aren't superheroes, man. This ain't aliens. Iron Man and Superman and one. These are regular people. Luke Skywalker. Han effing Solo.
I know Kenny Skywalker played at Kentucky, then played for the New York Knicks.
Unbelievable.
Won, I think it was the 91 or 90 or 91 slam dunk contest.
Yes, he dunked 2 basketballs. I remember.
Kenny Skywalker's that's the only Skywalker
me,
I know. So I don't know, bro.
Will, I apologize for the lack of knowledge over here.
I apologize for the lack of knowledge.
I didn't realize that my tag team partner today was Jar Jar Binks. He has no idea what I just said.
Is that a compliment? Is that an insult?
Yes, it's an incredible compliment, Jar Jar.
I don't know what that is.
Let's go on with it, Jar
All
Jar.
right, let's get to some professional wrestling. We have said for weeks and weeks upon weeks that Wednesday night is the best night of the week.
Absolutely.
And let's start with the main story coming out of Wednesday night, and that is we have a brand new NXT Women's Champion. Her name is Rhea Ripley. In case you don't know, they said it enough last night. I don't know how you don't know. She's 23 years old, and she may be, other than Becky Lynch, she may be the hottest female in professional wrestling today.
Yeah, they were going crazy last night.
You got Tessa Blanchard. Don't forget Tessa.
Yeah. I'm amazed that somebody hasn't stolen her from Impact.
Well, she got a contract, bro.
I don't care.
You can't
money talks.
You can't steal against a contract. So
money talks.
We'll get to Rhea in a minute, but NXT kicked off last night with an NXT Championship match with Adam Cole versus Finn Balor. I had predicted yesterday afternoon. Follow us on Twitter, the Main Event Pod. You saw my predictions. I predicted Adam Cole would retain his championship, and sure enough, Adam Cole retained his championship, but not without a distraction from the returning Johnny Gargano. Distracted Finn Balor, and then proceeded to beat Balor down with a chair after the match.
There were some shots with that chair.
Oh, it looked real.
Like in the arm and on the side and stuff. Yeah. Man, that's just dangerous. But here's my thing. Go back to Rhea. How can we not give Frank Thomas some compliments for calling an incredible match as the referee?
There was somebody I saw on Twitter last night mentioned that he looked like Frank Thomas.
Dude, look at that picture.
Yeah.
That's Nugenics, Frank Thomas.
And Frank Thomas immediately
blocked him.
This person. I forgot who it was. I noticed, speaking of that match, during that match, that referee, Frank Thomas Jr., was calling spots. Did you hear him? Did you hear it? One time they were in the corner. Shayna was in the corner. Rhea was laying some fist on her, and they were getting ready to set up for the superplex spot.
Right.
I heard vividly, heard the referee multiple times say, "All the way up, Rhea, all the way up." And then Rhea turns around like, "Shut your mouth," or whatever, to make it look like he was telling her don't punch her. But you could hear him say, all the way up, Rhea. So he's getting cues in his ear.
Yeah.
And then we know how wrestling works. So, back to Adam Cole. Adam Cole and Finn Balor had a really good match. I would say an A+ match.
Oh, absolutely.
For the NXT Championship.
Look, those are two incredible workers.
Oh,
right?
They're great. Yeah.
I mean, they can sell it and make it look so legit.
Finn Balor is considered one of the best NXT champions of all time, and he also I have to think about this, maybe the shortest reigning WWE Universal Champion of all time.
Never lost it.
Never lost it. Never got his rematch either.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
So, Adam Cole is still your NXT World Champion. I think we're setting up a revenge match with Johnny Gargano, of course, with Finn Balor coming up at the next TakeOver special. Which, by the way, did you hear they're not doing a TakeOver special Royal Rumble weekend?
Now, aren't they going to be involved a little bit in the Royal Rumble?
Yes, they're going to be involved in the Rumble. Well, the rumor is they're going to be involved in the Rumble. They're going to have 10 people in the Rumble. Raw's going to have 10. SmackDown's going to have 10. But there's no TakeOver special that Saturday night. They're doing one in February, and I believe it's in Portland. I want to say it's in Portland. But
you look at NXT, talking about Adam Cole, Finn Balor, Johnny just came back, Tommaso. Look, there's 4 guys right there. That's a great storyline for who could be the NXT champ.
Don't forget Keith Lee.
And Keith Lee, but I mean, right now, I mean, you look at it, Tommaso, never lost, right?
Yep.
And then you got Adam Cole, who's hot.
Yep.
And you got Finn, who always said he's probably the greatest NXT champion.
Yep.
And then you got Johnny coming back.
Yep.
And so it makes for a very intriguing story that, man, something big could come out of this.
I think something big's gonna come out of it. I'm not sure what yet. I think Keith Lee may be in line for the championship next. But I could see Vince McMahon wanting Keith Lee on Monday nights or Friday nights,
right,
before he gets a chance to be the NXT champion. So we'll see what happens. But those are definitely 4 headliners with Ciampa, Gargano, Balor, and Adam Cole.
Yeah.
And if you want to put Matt Riddle in there, if you put Matt Riddle
right.
kind of like the second level,
Another
I hate to
one.
put Matt Riddle on the second level, but you got Matt Riddle on the
He's
second
up
level.
there.
Keith Lee's up there, probably in that top level as well. So it's crazy how much talent NXT's got, and it shows.
Loaded.
Listen, it shows on Wednesday nights.
Look, I said this.
Good
and
shows.
I even tweeted. Right now, NXT has the better wrestling. Right.
Yeah.
AEW to me has better stories, with Jericho.
Yep.
And now he's trying to get my man John Moxley joined in, but still you had the Jericho storyline with Jungle Boy. And the reason being they got more time to sell it. But when it comes to wrestling, not entertainment, NXT is better than Raw. It's better than SmackDown. NXT, if you want to watch wrestling, is what you watch.
I agree. We also had your boy Cameron Grimes last night.
Got a win, baby.
Take on your man from Japan, Kushida.
Yeah.
Yes, North Carolina's own Cameron Grimes got
Burlington
the win
in the house.
over 5-foot-tall Kushida.
A lot of people were surprised that they let Grimes win that match. I was following on Twitter,
I
and people were really shocked about that. Not me.
I agree.
Because I'm a Corey. I said it before on this show. He deserves some wins.
He's okay. I don't think he's that great. I mean, he's good. But come on.
Come on now. He's a North Carolina man.
I'm not hating on him being from North Carolina.
Look, right now, people that are in North Carolina need some wins. Because the basketball team ain't getting it. The Panthers ain't getting it.
No, Panthers
we got to get some wins, and we will take Corey Grimes to the house.
NC State got a big win last night.
Who'd they beat last night?
UNCG on a buzzer beater, half-court buzzer beater.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
The athletics in North Carolina has went downhill so far.
Your boys got to hold it together for us.
They're not playing with Trey Jones tonight.
Ain't no problem.
He's hurt.
Ain't no problem. They'll be all right.
Wofford beat Carolina.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I mean, it could be a problem for Duke.
I'm aware. Where do they play? They played in Durham because
they played in Chapel Hill.
Yeah, but Coach K's not going to go on the road and play nobody. I know that. All right, so the NXT Women's Championship, you had Shayna Baszler and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley got the win last night, and these jokers like that, they beat the devil out of each other.
Yeah, very stiff match.
You had interference with Marina Shafir and Justin Maduke come down. Both of them took shots. They ended up getting kicked out of ringside.
Right.
Then you had Shayna put the coquina clutch.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. That's your boy's move.
Joe.
Samoa Joe. What's her? Hers is called something. What's it called?
I can't remember. But the shot to me that, man, it made it look rough was when Shayna had Rhea out on the steps and stomped her arm.
Yeah.
Man, that hurt me watching it.
Yeah. So
I legitimately thought they messed it up.
Rhea sold it good too, right?
Incredible.
So she may be hurt. I don't know. I love it when you don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's good stuff.
That's real good.
Like that other stuff, you could tell, like, that's set up. No, this junk here was real. And then Rhea won and had a big celebration. She was in that chokehold, whatever that chokehold's called. Somebody let us know what Shayna Baszler's chokehold's called. She was in the chokehold for a couple of minutes, almost passed out, kept her hand up. Remember when they used to raise your hand 3 times?
Yeah.
Not anymore. They just do it once now, and if you don't come back up after that first time,
you're done.
They call them. I hate it. I want to see a 3-hand raise. But Rhea kept her hand up and then hit her with a ripcord off the middle rope,
right,
and got the win for Rhea Ripley to become the youngest ever NXT Women's Champion. Congratulations, Rhea. I called it. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you did. You did. I give you attaboy there.
Listen, the reason you call that, well, that was, to me, was pretty easy. Shayna Baszler's had the championship for so long.
Yeah,
almost 600 days with two championship reigns, and there's been nobody like as hot as Rhea that you think, man, they may actually win this match.
Yeah.
It was the right time. Rhea's the right person. She's hot. She's popular.
Yep.
She's got some momentum. If you're going to do it, you got to do it now and then see what happens from here on out. But Rhea Ripley is your new women's NXT championship.
And I think they're taking Shayna up to battle with Becky.
Yep.
Which will be fire.
They're going to do something. Well, Becky's got looks like they're angling for a match with her and Asuka. For Monday night, Becky had that sit-down interview and was talking about how WWE was protecting her, thinking she couldn't beat Asuka. So they finally revisited from last year's Royal Rumble. Asuka tapped Becky out before the Rumble. Then Becky got into the Rumble, won it, went on to WrestleMania main event, beat Ronda and Charlotte to win the championship. But they have never mentioned until this past Monday that Asuka beat Becky on that night. So I'm happy.
Good.
Finally, they're going back to Asuka beating Becky. And that should be a heck of a match, too, with Asuka.
Oh, that'd be a great match.
And Becky. Over on the other channel last night on AEW Dynamite, live from Corpus Christi, Texas, we had, to start the night off, we had Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega versus the Lucha Bros.
Love it.
I predicted this match on Twitter and got it wrong. I missed this one. I had predicted Page and Kenny Omega would win because if you think back to last week, there was a little dissension between Page and Omega at the end of their match, and I thought it seemed like, I still do, but it seemed like then they were building something up for one of them two to turn, probably Page, and then them two have a match, and I thought they would get the win, but something would happen, right? However, they lost, and something still happened.
Yeah.
Kenny ended up taking this buckshot lariat from Page, and that ended up costing them the win. So
my problem with the match,
let me hear it,
was that they started going at each other, right?
Yep.
Hangman and Kenny Omega started going a little shoving at the end of the match after you know the match was over, and they cut it too quick, and went to Pac in the back room.
Yes.
Right. You got to build that up.
Yeah.
Like that's on Cody Rhodes and them somewhere where you dropped the ball last night because you're building something up to tear these guys apart, and you stopped it too quick by going back to Pac in the back dressing room.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that.
It seems like they're still playing on the Pac Kenny Omega story.
Yeah.
Which is great. I can watch him wrestle every day of the week and be fine.
It's great wrestling.
And I need more Pac, by the way. He hadn't been on there in a couple weeks. I need more Pac.
I agree.
Need to see that Joker more often.
A great heel. Yeah, he does great with it. So I agree. They need to put him on TV more. But I just thought they cut to him too quick last night. You either don't sell that there's a little bit of tension and then go to Pac, or you sell that first. I think they tried to put two storylines together too quick right there.
So we'll see what happens with Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega coming up in the next couple of weeks. Next up, we had Darby Allin and Cody versus the Butcher and the Blade. By the way, I don't think there may not be a better tag team name in the wrestling world than the Butcher and the Blade.
With the bunny.
I love it. Well, the bunny's not bad either.
No.
Come on.
And the thing, here's me. Like, I'm 4 years old, right?
Yep.
And so the Butcher and the Blade.
You got a birthday coming up, too.
January 5th, baby.
Yeah.
But they're old school wrestling.
They look old school.
They're Minnesota Wrecking Crew wrestling, right?
Yeah.
They got that look. They're a lot like the Revival over in WWE, where they got the old school. They're not Lucha Libre style.
Yep.
And I like that about them. And so I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a poor finish on Cody's part with the stunner coming from the middle rope.
Yep.
The
Cody Cutter.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Cody Cutter.
Wasn't that good, but I love the old school wrestling.
So Darby Allin and Cody Rhodes got that win over the Butcher and the Blade, and the stipulation was that if they won, Cody had to give Darby a rematch.
Right.
Coming off of their no contest, their time limit draw a couple of months ago when they wrestled.
Darby is over with the AEW crowd.
He's good.
He is. He really is. He's really over right now.
Then you had Awesome Kong come out and lay a beating on some poor girl, Elise. I feel sorry for Elise.
Yeah.
Old girl just got kicked and then power bombed, and that was it.
And that was done.
And she got a paycheck though.
Probably about $150.
Wow, she got more than $150.
She's probably a little independent girl.
You're on TV though. You get more than $150.
I don't know.
If you go down to Fox 8 News and do a segment with them, you're gonna get more than $150.
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I would love to know what I'm gonna ask Heath Mulligan.
Ask him.
Because his guy was got beat up by Becky Lynch.
And I bet he got more than $150.
I'm gonna find out.
I bet he got $500.
I'm gonna find out.
I bet he got $500. So you got Brandy Rhodes out there. I'm always a fan of seeing Brandy Rhodes on TV at any time possible. Then you had
she's good looking.
One of our favorites, two of our favorites, Jungle Boy versus Chris Jericho in a 10-minute challenge. No championship, non-championship match. This was just a test to see if Jungle Boy could last in the ring with Jericho for 10 minutes. And he did.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. The thing I loved the most was when he made the 10-minute, right? Yep. And Jericho just loses his mind, and he goes out there and he wants 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
5 more minutes.
Yeah.
And so, but I mean, like we talked about earlier before the match, man, his record is terrible. And we like Jungle Boy.
We like Jungle Boy.
So I don't like that part about it. We got to do something about that.
I like Jungle Boy because I like Jungle Boy's daddy. Because I like 90210. I am a Dylan McKay fan.
Yeah.
That's Luke Perry for you younger listeners out there. I love 90210. Anyway, I'm going to get sidetracked talking about Donald Martin graduates. All right, we ended the night off with the main event of AEW Tag Team Championship match between the Young Bucks and SCU. I missed this match as well.
Did you really?
I went 2 for 4. So
I thought you didn't watch it.
I missed my prediction.
Okay.
I got 2 right, and I missed. This was the second one that I missed. Because here's what I was thinking. I was thinking the Young Bucks would win, be the champions. I would think Omega and Page was going to beat the Lucha Bros. That would push them up in the rankings.
Right.
They would end up being number 1 contenders. They would wrestle the Young Bucks for the championship.
Right.
And that would be where probably Hangman Adam Page turned on Kenny Omega, and they started their feud.
Here's what I think.
So they were connected. Those 2 matches were connected for me.
Here's what I think's happening. All right. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Right here, the Main Event Wrestling Podcast, a part of the Press Play Podcast Network.
They're not going to push the Young Bucks to get the title until the Revival are released from WWE.
Okay.
To set up, because everybody's always said they want the Revival versus the Young Bucks.
Okay.
Revival versus Young Bucks. So when the Revival, if they do not re-sign, get their release from WWE, you will see the belts get on the Young Bucks' waist, and the Revival will make their appearance. Not sure what name they will come with, but I will say this. The third member of their team will be Shawn Spears.
They're going to have a third member?
And Tully will manage him.
That'd be nice.
I like it.
All right, y'all.
I like it.
Write it down.
Independent guys make $200 an appearance when they show up on Raw.
200. Well, that's more than 150.
Well, $50. I missed it by $50.
That's more than 150. Listen. Vince, I know you're listening. I know you listen every week.
You suck at writing right now, Vince.
Okay, don't listen to that, but listen to me, Vince. I could use $200.
Oh, absolutely.
If you need me to be in a suit, take a clothesline, I may need somebody to help me get up. But I won't even sell it because I'll probably really be hurt.
Yeah, he's done.
I can make it look good, bro.
I'll be the paramedic to come get him.
I'll make it look real. Yes, you be the paramedic. Come put me, the extra, on the stretcher. I've never seen an extra on a stretcher before.
We can make it happen.
Until we get there. So you had SCU retaining the championship over the Young Bucks in a pretty good match. Man, Nick Jackson, we have talked about Phoenix being the best kind of high flyer wrestler. Nick, if he's the best, Nick Jackson is
up
right
there.
on his
he's
right
good.
on his tails.
He's real good.
He can do the same deal, jumps on the top rope, jumps down to the second, switches his legs around, jumps on the top rope again. Whatever you call that deal, I have no idea. But
did you like the story build up before that match took place? Did you catch it?
With the videos?
With the Lucha Brothers coming out to SCU.
Yes.
And showing Chris Daniel the video of him botching that move, saying you don't have it anymore.
Yes.
And so, see, stuff like that I appreciate.
Yes.
Right? Because you can turn this into a storyline where Christopher Daniels can come back either to haunt the SCU down the road because he could be the weak link, or
whoa. You can't make Christopher Daniels the Marco Stunt of the team.
I'm not saying he's the Marco Stunt, but I'm saying he could cost them the match, right?
Not from doing a botch move.
No, but down the road they gonna sell it where he botches something else.
No, you can't do that. You'll ruin the man's career.
It ain't been that great of a career. It's been a good career.
5 years, if he does
but
that,
it ain't been that
5
great.
years from now, we'll be talking about him and Barry Horowitz together.
No, Barry Horowitz.
I said it.
Come on, man.
The jobber to the stars.
How many times?
Pat myself on the back.
I mean, you can look at Hangman Page and say he botched a move that cost him the match.
Yes, but
right?
they don't turn it into a storyline.
They are turning it into a storyline.
No.
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 There's already a little feud building up, anyways.
There is
right?
There is a huge difference.
Come on, Jar Jar.
Between I don't even know what that means. There is a huge difference between botching a move and making a mistake that costs your team the match.
Right, and I'm saying
big difference.
They're gonna have a match, and he's gonna make a mistake that looks like a botch. It's gonna be on purpose.
Listen,
and it's gonna cost them the match, and then they're gonna turn on Christopher Daniels.
If he makes a mistake and clotheslines Scorpio Sky one night and they lose, so be it. But if he makes a mistake by tripping over the top rope, jumping, doing an elbow drop, then that's a big difference.
He could look like Titus O'Neil flying under the
big difference.
Big difference. But they're gonna turn it into something. You watch and see.
They're gonna mess up his career.
It ain't been that great of a career.
Oh, he's been Christopher Daniels been good, man. Shoot.
You
ain't never watched ROH, bro. You don't know.
I did watch ROH. I saw him on Impact too.
Bro, you can't even spell ROH.
RHO.
See?
RKO.
Hey. All right. So Monday night, here's the deal with Monday night. The only thing we're talking about is how great the storyline's going with Lana and Rusev.
You kiss my tail.
And Bobby Lashley.
I ain't taking you to Sizzler.
They are now engaged. Lana asked Lashley to ask her to marry her.
Stupid.
And he did, and so now
stupid.
they are engaged. Congratulations on behalf of the Main Event Wrestling Podcast, Jam and Jern, to Lana and Bobby Lashley.
Stupid. Did you see where Rusev tweeted that it may not be a work, that they're actually splitting up and all this stuff?
I did see that, yeah.
So stupid.
If not, he
look,
I think he'd be a lot more sad than what he is.
Rusev, let me tell you something.
I would be anyway.
Don't throw her to Bobby Lashley. 727 Sherwood Avenue, Asheboro, North Carolina.
My man just put his address out there.
Just drop her off. I'll have a car waiting. Little spaghetti dinner with a sun drop on the side.
Hey.
Little Debbie Swiss rolls, maybe a Christmas tree cake. I will hook her up for Christmas time. Appreciate it, Rusev.
All right, everybody. That's been your Monday Night Raw review right there. That's all you get.
I will say this. As much as I hate on Seth Rollins, I like the heel turn with the AOP.
I agree.
I do like that.
Yep.
But I think the AOP's got to be dominant. Like, they got to destroy people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I think if they didn't turn him heel, then he was going to end up being like Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I agree.
3 years ago. So
I agree.
Yeah, that's okay. 2 weeks ago when we were here, we talked about how we were going to start a countdown with the top 3 best professional wrestlers of the decade, going back to 2009 to 2019.
Whoop, whoop.
Since we missed last week, we'll do 1 this week and 2 next week. So this week, no particular order. We're not counting down 3, 2, 1. We're just giving you the 3 best of the decade from the viewpoint of the Main Event Wrestling Podcast. At number 3, we've got the one and the only, the newly returned to WWE, Mr. CM Punk.
Oh.
If you look back at the past decade, now granted, listen, he's been gone for 5 years.
Yeah.
So we're only talking about basically 5 years.
And the thing is, he's been gone for 5 years, and they still chant his name all over the place.
Yes.
He is up there with, his microphone skills, his wrestling ability. The dude is incredible.
No question. 2011 was probably his biggest year, 2011, 2012. Of course, he left after the Royal Rumble in 2014 and retired and has not been in a ring without a mask on since.
Right. He needed a mask for that. That was rough.
Although now, since he's back working for Fox, he's not working for WWE, he's back working for Fox, there is always that possibility that he may end up in a ring again.
I saw, Stephanie Mann was in an interview, and she said that she wants to get him and AJ Lee back in the ring.
Yeah.
Because she thought that AJ would bring something to the girls' side of the division.
Sure.
And so, which I could see that. And when it comes to that, I don't think WWE right now is doing a great job with their women's division. That's just my take.
The top is good, right? Like I like the Kabuki Warriors and Becky and Charlotte deal. Listen, Bailey. I like Bailey, but man, come on.
I mean, Sasha Banks is good.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss is good.
Yeah. I like Alexa.
That's about it.
All right,
for me.
Back to CM Punk. 2011 was about probably his best year. 2011, 2012. They did that great storyline where he was challenging John Cena for the World Championship at Money in the Bank 2011 in Chicago. And Punk has said his contract is running out at midnight on that Sunday night. So if he beat John Cena, he would be the world champion without a contract. Remember Vince McMahon come out and told Cena, said, listen, you cannot lose this match. I cannot have you losing. I cannot have my champion not be under contract.
Right.
Had a heck of a match. If you want to see one of the best crowd reactions of the past decade, watch Money in the Bank 2011, the main event, John Cena and CM Punk from Chicago. When Punk's music hit, had the what's the band that sings that song?
Oh, man.
Living Color?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. When that Cult of Personality hit,
and
bro, that whole, however many, 15, 20,000 people are in that arena, everybody was yelling and stood up. It was amazing. Of course, CM Punk wins the match. Of course, he becomes champion. And, of course, his contract did not run out at midnight that night. And so that started almost the summer of CM Punk in 2011.
Longest reigning WWE champ still, right?
Yeah. No. Who was it that?
I don't think anybody's beat that record.
I think Brock beat him.
With the Universal, that don't count.
Okay.
We're talking world title.
Okay.
Like that Universal title is a piece of trash, right? Maybe the worst belt in wrestling.
That's Bray Wyatt's belt now.
It's stupid.
Anyway.
Right? It's ridiculous.
So CM Punk had a great match with Cena, had another good match with Cena at SummerSlam, the rematch that same year. Then that longest reigning champion, that was his second reign because he lost it to Alberto Del Rio at SummerSlam that year. He cashed in his Money in the Bank and then lost it. Then he won it back, and then he kept it until he lost to The Rock.
Right.
Lost the championship match. I want to say that was at Royal Rumble 2013?
Something like that.
Something like that. Somebody let us know if I'm not right. He had a WrestleMania match in there with The Undertaker.
Yep.
When he was making fun of Paul Bearer and he poured the ashes out of the urn type stuff. I loved it. So CM Punk, I think, to me, this is the easiest one to pick out of three. If you're picking three best, three of the biggest, three of the most talked about wrestlers over the past 10 years, CM Punk's the easy one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't think there's no question.
Easily.
No question. So congratulations, CM Punk. You have made our list. You made the list of the three best wrestlers, professional wrestlers of the past decade.
I agree with it.
Next week we will have the next two of the top three wrestlers of the next decade. Also next week we'll be giving out year-end awards next week right here on the Main Event Wrestling Podcast. But before we go today, it's almost Christmas time. God almighty. Jam just showed me a picture on his phone, y'all.
Thank God for Camille.
I'm going to tell, okay. He just showed me a picture of Camille for some reason. Speaking of Camille, have you seen the first episode of season 2?
I have.
I watched NWA Power the other night.
Yeah.
Loved it. Nick Aldis, I think, is finally a true bad guy. He's kind of been skirting the rim a little bit, but I think he is a true bad guy.
It was good to see Nikita come out in NWA Power.
I love Nikita Koloff. So we had a conversation with Nikita a couple weeks ago. Yes, NWA Power Season 2, Episode 1. I believe it's Episode 10 overall. Really good good
so
show.
they taped all of it. So I told you there's going to be a surprise
Don't
coming.
ruin it for our listeners.
I'm not going to ruin it, but there's a surprise coming in this season of TNA.
Big name.
Not TNA, NWA. TNA. So it's going to be good, man.
Big name. All right, listen, it's almost Christmas time. So what we have done here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 Christmas presents that we want to give to people in the wrestling business.
Yes.
These are presents from Jam and myself.
Absolutely.
From the Main Event Wrestling Podcast, from the Press Play Podcast, a family of podcasts. We want to give these 7 people
the gifts that keep on giving.
All right, here we go. Number 1, we have a gift for the Monday Night Raw superstar, Seth Rollins.
Yes.
We mentioned Seth Rollins earlier. He is now teaming up with AOP in a Shield 2.0, or as I like to call it, a Shield Junior.
Yeah.
And so Seth Rollins, our Christmas present to you is a better personality.
Absolutely. He is so, I cannot stand listening to him talk on the mic. His personality is tired. Everything about him is like that. JR had it best when he said, your girlfriend is more over in wrestling than you are.
I think we could have gave Seth like some thicker skin too, right? Because
he's so touchy on.
He gets touchy on Twitter.
Yeah.
So Seth, we like you when you're doing good, but you ain't.
But we're gonna let you
bro.
know when you ain't doing good either. Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got the youngest ever AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho. The Le Champion.
Le Champion with a little bit of the bubbly.
Jam, what are we giving Chris Jericho for Christmas?
We're giving you a homebody gym and an ab roller.
We're giving you the perfect gym.
Because, dude, you are killing me. I read somewhere where he got out of shape to make it like.
I heard that as well.
But, dude, you're killing it right now because you look like slow as molasses. Your moves are slow.
I got to be honest.
It's rough watching right now.
Last night, when he was wrestling Jungle Boy, he did a lion salt.
Oh.
And I got to be honest, I was nervous.
I thought the rope was going to snap.
When I saw him hit the rope, I wasn't nervous about that. I'm worried about the old boy landing on his head. But I thought, man, I hope he can get all the way over. And he did. He pulled it off.
I mean, he reminds me of when Flair got real bad, right? And everything started sagging and it looks a little rough.
Yeah.
So Jericho, Homebody Fitness, P90X workout, DDP yoga, and an ab roller is coming your way, my man.
All right, next up, we got a Christmas present for the young lady we just spoke about, and that would be Lana. Lana, we have a Christmas present for you. Jam kind of stole the thunder. My Christmas present to you, Lana, would be a new man that lives in Ashburn, North Carolina. What's the address again?
727. Come on. Make your way this way, baby girl.
I don't know if that would be Lana's present so much as it would be yours, but,
I'd have some mistletoe ready.
6 of one, half a dozen the other.
Yup, yup.
Next up, Marco Stunt, part of the
God.
Jurassic Express. We have a Christmas present for you. Patterson, what are we getting Marco Stunt?
We've got you some protein shakes, a year's supply of milkshakes at McDonald's, a year's supply of Frosties at Wendy's, and another year's supply of milkshakes at the Cookout.
Okay. All right.
So we are hooking you up, Marco Stunt, to get you to the 105 mark.
We're trying to beef you up, Marco. Listen, Marco, you're good for what you are. We're just trying to beef you up a little bit.
Great in the ring if you want to see midget wrestling.
I know people that like little people wrestling.
Call it what it is.
Little people.
Midget wrestling.
Lord, we getting kicked off of here. Next up, Jungle Boy, also a part of the Jungle Jurassic Express and AEW. Jungle Boy, my man, for Christmas, we want to give you a win. A pinfall win, a distraction roll up, a count out victory,
something,
anything. We just want you to get a win.
I cannot believe that the Jurassic Express does not have a single win in singles or tag team. Not a single win.
Did Luchasaurus, did he not win a match?
I don't know, but Jungle Boy right now is 0-0. I mean, he's got zeros everywhere. He ain't won a match. And so you got to think that Luchasaurus hasn't because he was hurt, right?
Yeah,
and so it had to be Jungle Boy and Marco.
I'm thinking Luchasaurus wrestled a match a couple weeks ago, though. I could be wrong.
I don't know. But right now, Jungle Boy is 0 for life.
Jungle Boy, we're pulling for you. We are pulling for you. All right, we got 2 more presents left. One of the last 2 goes to WWE as a whole. Listen, Vince McMahon, listen to me closely right now.
Trying to save you, Vince.
Vince McMahon, we are giving to you. We're going out on a limb for this. We're taking a risk, but don't do what's wrong. Vince Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, we are giving to you Adam Cole, Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle. Don't F this up.
Well, I got a better gift.
Okay.
Vince McMahon, Stephanie, Triple H, anybody else back there, I'm going to give you the gift of myself and Michael Jernigan to start writing your scripts.
Good Lord.
Because they absolutely suck.
I could see Keith Lee and Matt Riddle being on Monday nights or Friday nights pretty soon, maybe as soon as the Royal Rumble. And Adam Cole's probably not too far behind. We'll see.
If I was Adam Cole and them boys, I would sign a contract saying I'm not leaving NXT.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't even know why you'd want to.
It's garbage. Like, Raw dropped 1 million viewers last week.
Tommaso Ciampa has said he's not going.
I mean, that's how bad it is.
He said in an interview a couple weeks ago that if he get with Lillian Garcia on her, is it Lillian? Yeah, I think it was Lillian Garcia on her podcast. If he gets called up, he's retiring.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
So, Vince, you got Adam Cole, you got Keith Lee, you got Matt Riddle.
Myself and Jern.
Don't mess this up, Vince. Please don't mess these boys up. And finally, for AEW, we have a surprise for you.
Ooh.
AEW, we've got just for you and you only, we've got the tag team of Dash and Dawson, The Revival.
Yes.
We want to give them to you for Christmas.
Because the WWE does not know how to use them.
So they're yours.
Take it.
We trust Cody, Kenny, the Bucks, Tony Khan, whoever else. We trust that you will not disuse. We trust that you will not misuse this gift that we are giving to you in one of the best tag teams in the business today.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So those are our Christmas presents we are giving out. It's Christmas season here, and wrestling fans, it's Christmas season for you as well. So those are our presents we are giving out this Christmas. Don't mess them up, boys.
No.
Jericho, hit that treadmill, bro.
Lord, yes.
Hit that treadmill.
God.
All right, everybody, we will be back next week. It will be back the day after Christmas on December the 26th. Excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, got something in my throat. We'll be back the day after Christmas. We'll have year-end awards, and we will give you the next two people in our countdown for the best performers, the best professional wrestlers of the last decade, of the last 10 years. This is the Main Event Wrestling Podcast, part of the Press Play Podcast Network. I am Michael Jernigan.
Jan Patterson.